ticket prices are going up for Commanders games. According to Nikki Javala, there will be an average 8.9% increase in ticket prices in 2024.
Yeah, the Commanders are claiming the upper level, no increase. Half of the season tickets, they say, will increase by no more than 7%. But they're claiming they're increasing the ticket prices because of, number one, demand. There have been more sellouts, so you can raise the ticket
those
prices.
Dolphins fans wanted those tickets.
That's why I would say at the end of the day, it is what it is. It's what the market will bear.
And they're also saying, they're saying that they poured $40 million into upgrades at FedEx Field.
Tailgate Ted says his tickets are going up $330 per seat.
Yeah, but that's not per game. That's just per seat. So
right, per seat.
I thought it was per game.
No, it's per seat.
Say on average, ticket holders, the increase amounts to $1,250 per month. Including premium seating, the average ticket price will go up about $15 a game.
Yeah, I wouldn't like it.
Cost of parking going to remain the same.
I wouldn't like it if I was a season ticket holder, but that's the world we live in. It's what the market will bear.
Right.
So if other people will pay it,
it's something you're spending your disposable income on. Right. You either choose to spend your money on it, or you don't choose not to.
If you have an issue with it,
don't buy it.
Don't buy it.
Right. That's your easiest way to show your displeasure.
It sucks to me that average houses are $1 million in certain neighborhoods.
Right.
It sucks, but it's what the market will bear.
Yeah. So you can't control it.
So
the only way you can control it is not purchase it.
Right.
One fan told Javala it was a bold move by the new ownership group. Quote, "It's kind of a bold move by Josh Harris," from 20-year Washington season ticket holder Kenny Alvo. He said, "I understand how the sports work. Things get pricier. Things get more in demand as every year goes on. But for a franchise that has dealt with what we have dealt with in Washington, it's a terrible look, I feel, to do it in season 2 of his ownership."
All right, here's a question. Somebody brings out a point.
It's kind of season 1.
Someone brings out a point here, and this is interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He just tweeted me. He said, in the letter, they marketed Sam. You know how you would put your stars on there?
Yeah.
Encourage people to get season ticket holders? Does that indicate that ownership is behind Sam Howell? They're not necessarily.
I don't know. I mean,
because why wouldn't you put Terry McLaurin in there?
I mean,
usually you probably do
the
play
most high-profile spot.
Yeah, but now he's not going to be your quarterback next year.
Well, they don't know that.
Yeah, they're just.
I don't think it means anything. To answer your question directly,
I think it might mean something.
Well, I mean,
I don't think it's going to mean anything
currently
to the new GM or new coach.
Yeah, I would not read too much into Sam Howell being like a centerpiece of the marketing to season ticket holders.
I mean, look,
don't think
Rivera
they like to market people that they don't have any plans on, being the guy.
I think they're
not marketing Nick Gates.
I think they're trying to sell tickets. And Sam Howell, at least for this season, is the quarterback face of the franchise. And they'll use that whether he's in their future plans or not.
800-636-1067. We want to hear from some of you. Do you think that this is right, what they are doing? They're defending it by saying they poured all this money into it, that they want to do even more improvements. I guess they spent a bunch of money last year on the club level. I'm not sure what the improvements in the stadium are.
It doesn't matter if it's right or wrong. It's what the market will bear.
Has Jason Wright been kind of quiet?
Oh, yeah. He's
put out a statement yesterday.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Okay. I just haven't heard from him.
Way lower profile, which is probably in his best interests.
Yeah,
you want to say
what
under
was his
the
statement?
radar.
Was it about the ticket prices?
Ticket prices, let me see. It's in the Washington Post article.
Oh, okay. All right. Here it is. I got it.
I like Jason Wright. I've met him a couple times. Mm-hmm. Very nice guy. But if the Reaper is coming for everybody in the front office, he can hide all he wants. The Reaper's going to come for him, too.
True, but they may not want somebody out there up front, just trying to get all the attention you can get. Just lay low and just look like you're more locked in on the work than you are the PR.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. All right, let's go to Tailgate.
If you do pay in full, you do get a gift card, one per account, to the team store worth $100 to $500, depending on your ticket package.
Oh, that's pretty good.
And if you make your first payment on the annual plan by January 6th, you receive a W chain valued at $24.99. So incentive,
like a fake gold W
incentive
chain?
to pay early.
All right, let's go to Tailgate. Always like to hear from Ted. Ted, what's up, buddy?
What's going on, Junks? How you doing this morning?
Ted, how much? I'm curious. Where do you sit when you go to the games? Where are your tickets?
I'm in section 103 downstairs.
All right. And so does that mean what yard line?
Lower level, I want to say it's maybe 15-yard line
All right,
where the Commanders come out of the tunnel.
Okay, and then how much do you mind saying, since you're talking about the increase, how much is your ticket package or whatever?
How many seats do you have?
I've got 4 seats, and just the tickets themselves, just looking at my invoice right now, it's $6,396.
Wow, and that doesn't include parking?
That doesn't include parking. Parking's another $500, and there's a processing fee that's $25.
All right, well, we will let them slide on 25.
So you're spending about $7,000.
About $7,000 on your 4 tickets.
Just
Okay,
that.
and then how much how much is your package going to be next year if you do it?
Also, that is next year's price. It went up on me $290 a ticket. So I had a 20% increase from last year to this year.
So do you basically have some of the most expensive non-club level seats?
I wouldn't think so, because once you get further and further closer to the 50, those are the more expensive seats. I know people on the 50-yard line whose seats went up, I want to say 30, 40%. And I believe Nikki's got it in her article, or the article that's going to be coming out. And it's crazy.
Right.
How many years have you had season tickets?
I've had them since 2001.
Wow.
And this is the second increase in 2 years. But the problem I have, Lurch, is last year's increase was 6%.
Okay.
And you could avoid that increase if you paid in full.
Uh-huh.
This year, it's 20%. If they would have gave us a heads up so we could budget this, it's a different story. Your first payment is due 10 days before Christmas. And, oh, by the way, if you don't pay attention and you're on a payment plan already, it's just going to auto-renew for you.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's just frustrating as a fan. Oh, you're going to give me a $150 gift card for merchandise that might not even be relevant in 2 years? Just, I'm trying not to curse that.
Well, like we
Kinda crazy.
said, Ted, if you have an issue with it, you just cancel them.
I understand that, Lurch, but you guys know I can't cancel.
I mean, they got you. That's the
Part
thing.
of his brand. It's
They
his
got you.
identity.
Yeah, he's addicted.
He's Tailgate Ted.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, you just can't complain as
Where's
much.
my
I mean,
tailgate
when
if he's
he-
not tailgating
When
at a
Tailgate Ted
Commanders
doesn't get new tickets, he has to die.
I could be reading this wrong, and
Not recliner, Ted.
hey, I
That's
could be
recliner EB.
it's more comfortable.
Yeah.
I could be reading this wrong, and Matt, you could chime in on this. I think the Commanders' average season ticket is more expensive than the Ravens,
Well, it's a more expensive market.
and the Ravens go to playoffs every year.
True, but Baltimore snubs.
Yeah, but their team
You'd like
is way
to have
better.
their
I
win-loss
like their
record.
football team.
Would you rather have Lamar or Hal?
Listen, I like their football team.
I have a question for you, Cakes. You're big into net worth.
Oh, I'm huge into network.
If
yeah.
attention dollars was a real currency,
Okay.
how much would Tailgate Ted be worth?
Trillions.
Yeah.
Hey, look, the he's a brilliant self-marketer.
Yeah.
The guy, he's on radio and TV all over the place.
He's got his own podcast.
Ted,
for him.
you
Mess
should have
hall.
a catering business. Do you actually have a catering business? Am I clueless?
I think he's too busy to have a
No,
catering
I don't.
business. Like, I
All
actually
the
feel
cooking we do is for charity.
I feel
out there.
bad
I
for
mean,
him,
we
like-
raised over
What?
we raised over $8,000 for breast cancer the past month and a half.
That's pretty
That's
cool.
good.
And that's why I do what we do out there. I mean, we're working with Michael and Sons to collect items for the homeless to keep them warm during the winter. So, Lurch, I get it. No one's going to cry for me because I'm spending $7,000 in season tickets.
Mhm.
But a lot of the stuff we do out there is to help out the community in D.C. And I survived 20 years of Dan Snyder. I'm not going away now. That's also what pisses me off, that they're doing this because they know we waited this long. We're not going to jump ship now that there's a natural bright future.
And by the way,
No, you're
Tailgate
very
Ted-
charitable.
Tailgate Ted goes to Costco more than like a mom and pop shop restaurant to get all the supplies for his tailgates. I feel bad for him when I see him. Like, he's like, I'm in Costco. I'm buying 9 gallons of buffalo wing sauce. For
Can
like
you-
when the Eagles
can you just
good?
He
Ted, can you-
catered my P1 party.
No,
Ted,
it's
can you
great.
just
I paid
kind
him.
of give me an estimate, rough estimate of what you pay annually, all in?
All in annually in regard to the tailgate and everything else.
Tailgate, tickets, all that, travel,
Gas.
just give me a rough estimate.
Well, the tailgate itself costs roughly $2,000 a week. So that's what, 18,
Right.
16K?
So who pays for that?
games?
Who pays for all that? You get like
All right,
the
so-
sponsors to help with that cost?
Approaching 40K.
And when people stop by, they pitch in. They throw money in the hat.
Yeah, but
At least they should.
People to donate.
Yeah.
So hold on. So when you have these sponsors like Michael and Sons or whatever, they're helping to buy for the food?
No, they're helping us. Some of them are matching donations that we get. So when we did the breast cancer stuff, they were matching donations that we got. So one week we collected $3,000 in that jar. The company actually matched that with another $3,000 out of their funds.
No, that's great.
So Drabby is whispering to me that it's not free food. So when you go to Tailgate Ted's tailgate, you do actually have to purchase it. Is that right?
We have a suggested donation of $10 to $20. We cannot charge.
Oh,
right.
But if I have 300 people out there, you would think $10, I get $3,000 in that jar. No, we're averaging $1,800, $1,900 in that jar. And sometimes we cover what we spend. Sometimes we don't. We're not in this to make money. I'm not a restaurant. It's really because we've been giving back to the community for a long time now. And that's the only way I can
You're
keep
just a
going.
better person than all of us.
Yes.
It's
You're
way
just a better human.
It's not even close.
So congrats on that.
I'm not going to say that, guys, but
No,
I
we'll
just
say
I
it.
enjoy
No, I'll
doing
say it,
what
yeah.
I do on this team.
If I was doing what you're doing, I would be cashing in. I need the money.
Well, I
All
could
right.
use an extra couple $100 with the increase.
That's right.
Yeah. All right, Ted. Hey, man. Thanks for calling in. Appreciate it, buddy.
Appreciate you, boys. Take
All
care.
right.
Get
Thank
to
you.
Costco. They open like at 9:30 or 10. Get out there. Actually, it's bye week. He can take a rest.
I was there the other day, spent $345.
You know what that is? A normal Costco bill. $300.
Yeah, but I've got friends that go once a week.
Right.
And just
We
buy
go like once a month.
tubs of stuff.
Just tubs. Yeah,
It's a purpose.
they really do.
Let's go to Brian. Rockville. Hey, Brian.
Hey, boys. I got to say, if they're pumping in $40 million or claiming that they're pumping in, they're not pumping it into the bathrooms at that dump of a stadium because the best line that I heard when I was at the Giants game was standing next to the guy trying to find something to dry his hands with, and he goes, "Oh, this must be the bring your own paper towels to the game day."
Right.
Because there was no paper towels. And when they flushed the toilet, they couldn't even get the stuff to go down. And it was like they said, "You know what? This is so indicative of this team. It's the most unflushable turd in the NFL."
How much are you a season ticket holder?
I am not, but I go to enough games where I'm coming out of pocket. And the fact of the matter is those prices are just ridiculous. I mean, for them to sit there and try and say that they've got a product that they can start jacking up prices on people is absolutely criminal. This is really not encouraging.
I think Nikki
at all.
wrote,
but
it's
every
pretty
team
standard.
does it.
They've done it now 6 times this century.
Yeah.
Now, back-to-back years probably stings for season ticket holders.
Well,
I want
he's
to
a
know,
businessman.
is he still on the line?
Yeah.
What are the
I'm here.
upgrades? Could
I'm
you
here.
notice any upgrades from year to year? Like,
Yeah, where'd they pull
could you notice the $40 million investment that they say they put into the stadium?
Absolutely not. I don't know what they're talking about. The food is substandard. They keep switching out. Like if you got a good place that you like to grab a bite, it's not there the next year. They got a new guy in there who's doing something. I mean, listen, I think that the people that work at the stadium are fantastic. Now I put out my money for the club level because I want my kids to have a good time. I don't want to be hanging out with all the drunk degenerates in the 100s and the 400s. But the fact of the matter is, I don't see the investment. If the Sean Taylor, oh, that's right, they moved the Sean Taylor, display. That was nice.
I think they said they
that was
improved the
really nice.
sound, right? Wasn't supposedly the
They
sound.
put it in a closet.
Yeah, and I think the scoreboard was supposedly upgraded, though I don't know. I haven't been out there to see it. Not sure.
I have to say, when I saw the because I haven't been there in a couple years actually. I don't think they've upgraded the big ass screen, right? That hasn't been upgraded in a
Not
few
sure.
years.
I think
It looks
there may
pretty
be-
good though.
I thought they did.
Like I
something
mean,
to-
they did within the last few years,
Yeah,
but not like this year. But I thought it looked pretty good. You know, it looked decent.
Haven't been out there to
When I
see
just
it.
see it on TV,
Yeah.
Like I don't think it's not embarrassing,
I
Right.
think it was last season when I went. Wasn't bad. Drab and Valdez went.
right?
think they had a good
The
time.
Terps definitely upgraded theirs because their old
Their old one was the
scoreboard,
old little
it used to
number.
be the size of that window
Yeah.
in the studio.
For the whole stadium.
For the whole entire stadium.
Yeah, it was nubs.
So they upgraded that finally. So good for them.